Hello, Cancer cuties. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Cottage and welcome to your romance update. This is for you if you have Cancer as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placement. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on in your love life. Cancer, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's going on, Cancer? What's going on in the love life of Team Cancer? By the way, Team Cancer, I do offer personal readings. The link for booking a personal reading with me or an appointment, a virtual in-person, www.enchantedcottage333.com. I would love the opportunity to work with you, so hit me up. That being said, Cancer, what's going on in your love life? Cancer, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's going on in Cancer's love life? What's going on in the love life of the Cancer Collective? Cancer, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's going on in your love life, Team Cancer? What's going on? Let's get one more shuffle, Cancer. One more shuffle. Cancer, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. All right. Let's see what's up. What's going on in your love life? Hangman. Page of Cups. Strength. Cancer, your life is in suspension right now, literally, with the Hangman. You're waiting on something. You're waiting on someone with a Hangman here. You may be waiting on an apology, communication, and they may be holding back from doing so. Oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go. You're waiting on this. Why? Why do you feel the need to wait on this thing? And why are they holding back? Let's get both of those questions. Why is Cancer waiting on this person? Why is Cancer waiting to hear from this person? You're thinking this person may have had a change of heart, or that may be what you're hoping. Maybe you've had a change of heart about something too. Could be either way. Give me more on this thing. But they're waiting on you too. I picked that up when I was reading. I said, you know what? They're waiting on each other. Something told me that. You're waiting on them. They're waiting on you. You're waiting on them to come towards you, I think, with an apology. They're waiting on you to come toward them with an apology. Both of you are maybe a little bit in that E word, ego, pride. Now, there may be some reason that you're like, no, I'm not going to drop my boundaries. Possibly. If that's the case, okay. I think you know what's crazy though? I don't really feel like either one of you are in this this combative energy though. Not with the Three of Wands and the Hangman. It's just that I think you're open to hear from them and work with them. They're open to hear from you and work with you. But the King of Swords, why? Seven of Swords. Okay, so you feel like if you reach out to this person, it's just a waste of time. You feel like they've got to be the one to come to you. Okay, you feel like if you go to them, that it would be you going against something that must have been important to you, some kind of stand that you took. And you're in this energy of head over heart, head over heart. I cannot give on this. What is the issue? What's the issue? I can't give on this thing. If I do, I'm setting myself up for this Seven of Pentacles here in the reverse. This is, it would make it go in a bad direction for me to do that, because I feel like you've taken a stand about something. Queen of Wands here, Four of Wands. Okay, so you want to take this up to the next level, right? You want something deeper as far as the level of commitment. Queen of Wands, Four of Wands. And I don't think you are salty. I don't think you're salty. Queen of Wands is in the upright. I think you're kind of like, I love this person and I want to work with them. I want to work something. I want to work through this. I want to work with this person, but I know what my value is. I'm not some hoochie mama. I am the Four of Wands. I'm the 1111. And I'm not going to settle for someone treating me less than. No, Cancer says, I will leave the building. I will absolutely leave the building. But so I kind of feel like you've taken a stand, and I do think you're holding back from communicating with this person. Why are they holding back communicating from you? I get your picture. I get what your issue is, and all of the things being equal, that's a fair thing. You're like, it's time to bump things up. What do they say? What do they say? What do they say about it, Cancer? Why are they holding back? I don't really get you being in your ego. I don't. I got no cards telling me that you're in your ego at all. Actually, to the contrary, okay, if I'm just being real with you. But tell me why they're not reaching out. Tell me what their issue is. You confronted them with some truths. Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, and Mr. Oh, Cancer. You called out some stuff, didn't you? Ace of Swords, and they ran as soon as you did. Star in reverse. You may have talked to them about some unhealed wounds or some things that they do that are related to some unhealed wounds. You may, sometimes the Star card in the reverse speaks to pessimism, and you may have called them out about, maybe if they have a bad feeling about marriage or long-term commitment or moving in together, if they've got a bad taste in their mouth, either, they've observed other people or they've had bad experiences themselves, and they just assume that every connection that goes that way is automatically going to go down the toilet. And I think you called them out on that on the Ace of Swords, and they didn't want to hear it. You're like, no, not if both people are on the same page and cooperating, it can work. And I think they skedaddled with the Six of Swords here. That's a Southern word. Look at this, though. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Here we go. They regret doing that. They regret walking away from you and running from this. Sure do. Now they're in their head. Tormented. Okay? Tormented. You guys may have had some drama. Now they feel like even if they were to come toward you, you would question them anyway and wonder how sincere they were. But you know what, Cancer? They do have marriage on the brain. The Hierophant. Why is that? Why is that? I think that is the issue. You wanted to take this to the next level. You're like, it's time. It's the right thing to do. Why is that here? Knight of Wands. They're very chaotic. Oh, there you go. Seven of Wands. We got to the heart of the matter. They're defensive and they're closed off. But the fact of the matter is they do that. They put up walls because fear of emotional vulnerability, fear of the vulnerability of long-term commitment when you put yourself in that place and it all goes haywire. So you did call them out on that pessimistic, just automatically assuming that everything is going to go downhill. All right. It's related to abandonment fears, right? Fears of abandonment on their side. That often is when you get that avoidant personality or attachment, right? You feel like there's so much potential here, right? You feel like you guys could just go all the way. However, with the World card here, you're telling me, Auntie Karen, I've decided, if they can't level up, I can't settle for less than what I know I'm worth. And I know what I want. This is you. I know what I want. I know what I'm worth. And this person should know me well enough to know that I am not going to screw them over. So I think you're in this energy, Cancer, of just saying it can go either way. And yeah, I'll be sad. It'll shake my world up a little bit. And, I may be feeling like I don't like any of the options in front of me, but I will move forward. Let me see how they feel, other than what we've seen. All right, they're already in immediate regret. I can tell you, I saw that. How do they feel now? How are they feeling right now? Tell me how they feel about this whole thing, Cancer. Tell me how they feel toward Cancer, please. Give me your feelings toward Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me this person's feelings toward Cancer. And their feelings toward Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me their feelings toward Cancer, please. Give me their feelings toward Cancer. Give me their feelings toward Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me their feelings toward Cancer. What are their feelings right now toward you? How do they feel? They're in their head. 8 of Swords. The Star. Hoping and praying that they... look at that 7 of Wands. Flip around in reverse. Look at those walls come crashing down. Cancer, your name might as well be Joshua. With the walls coming down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Suddenly they hope that it's not too late to open up to you. Suddenly they're worried that they have waited too late to open up to you. They sure hope not. And guess what they've realized? Woo, look at those big old feels. The King of Cups. We call that the balls deep in emotion card, Cancer. Yup. That's what's up. Oh, look at that 6. I miss Cancer. Things were great with Cancer. I miss that Cancer loving. What's their next action toward Cancer? What's their next action toward you, Cancer? What's their next action toward you? Let's see what their next action is toward you, Cancer. What's their next action toward Cancer, please? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's their next action toward Cancer? What's their next action toward my Cancer folks? What's their next action toward Cancer? What's their next action toward you, Cancer? What's their next action toward Cancer? Page of Cups. Hello, communication. Hello, I'm sorry. Oh, Strength reversed. Woo, the ego. Zap. Dropping that pride, dropping that ego, dropping those walls, apologizing. Hey, Cancer. I just wanted to tell you that, I've really been thinking about things, and can we talk? I mean, I just I've had a lot of time to think about things, and maybe you were right, and maybe I was wrong. That's what I got. What is this? The Fool card. Laying it all on the line. I'm all in, Cancer. I'm jumping in the deep end. I'm not even gonna go in the shallow end and think about it. I've already been there. I know I like the pool. Let's just jump on in the deep end. Boom! All in. They're all in, Cancer. They're all in. I want to know where this is going to go from here. I want to delve into this. My next thing is to figure out how they're vibing, if they've worked on themselves. Are they truly going to follow through with this and be stable on this thing, this dropping of the ego and this humility and this emotional vulnerability that we see? Are they possibly going to, do this thing we call spontaneous recovery, go back to their old ways, right? And people often do that. Right? They often do that when they start to get complacent and they get what they want, and that's getting you back, right? So we're going to look into that. We're also going to do the long-term energies between you two and the All Signs Cross Watcher. So meet me at Patreon for the rest of this reading. That's what we're going to cover, and the link is below this video. All right? Thanks so much, Cancer. I'll see you for the next phase of this story on Patreon.